twitches this bait down around there, I'd get one. This is a Strike King coffee shad fluke, 5-inch fluke in a bluegill color. It's Dalton, everybody. Got my first one here. That's what this is. It's a Strike King. It's not a bluegill color, I'm sorry, it's a baby bass color. I'm throwing a big old 5/0 Gamakatsu extra wide gap hook and literally just twitching this soft jerkbait along the bottom. That's the second bite I got. I missed the first one. And I went over to the other side. There were some bushes over there. I didn't get a bite. I got quite a bit of wind. I threw a bladed jig. Thought for sure I'd get one over there, but I didn't even get one. But there's a lot of shoreline fishermen that fish over there, so I'm not sure if that's what it is. So I came back up to this point. It's my second bite. Baby bass color, 15-pound test. Just letting it sink and twitch, pretty simple. That's funny, this guy must have been chasing it because I went to reel it in and he just chased it right down. It just goes to show you these bass, even these small ones, they'll take these big old, they'll take, thicker baits. What this looks like is just another bass probably struggling, trying to survive, and man, they'll come right up and they'll get it. He chased this down just like if it was a swim bait, and they do tear up pretty easy. So I'm gonna put another one on here in just a second, but sure nice to get some bites, especially in this wind. This is a really good technique for wind. You can catch quite a few fish on these things. They have a lot of buoyancy. Use a nice good size hook so you don't miss them, and man, they'll eat it up. So these things are pretty easy to hook up. They make them in 4 and 5-inch. I like the 5-inch 5/0 hook, extra wide gap hook, and I just come through the nose of it. Come on down, and just like a regular worm, working on up there, and then just kind of mark where you're going to put the hook. And pretty simple setup, really. Works good, very effective. Bury that hook a little bit, and you can throw it right in those stand-up bushes. I use a little heavier line, that way I can get a better hook set with that big hook. Yeah, there we go. Splashing around real good. He took this bait good. A little bit bigger too. I mean, I'm not catching anything real big, but I'm catching fish. That to me is the key thing. He's just fat. They're really short and fat. Feeding up real good. He threw out some shad over there, and like I say, just twitching this soft jerkbait around. This is another one of my favorite largemouth techniques. Is a good sized soft jerkbait, something that's got some bulk to it, a little bit of weight, and I tend to get them pretty good with it. These things tear up real easy, so I got to switch them out quite a bit. But you can drag these things around on a Carolina rig, twitch them around, put a little weight on the head of it, run it Texas rig along the bottom, and you'd be surprised how many fish will hit these. It just looks like something dying, something that flutters. This thing dives head first, so it dives really, really fast. And then when you lift it and that flutters, it just makes all kinds of erratic moves. And you get it around them, they can't stand it. So this is just another good way to get them. One thing about this lake, it does get quite a bit of wind. And sometimes when I need to go to soft plastics, this is a great technique because this thing dives really good. It's heavy. It has a lot of action because of that soft tail. So, you know, when you're out fishing and you get stuff like this, throw a Strike King caffeine shad. It's one of the best soft jerk baits I've ever used. I know there's a number of them, but this one here has been one of the best ones. I got it on just a medium action spinning rod with 15-pound test and a 20-pound test braid backing, and a relatively tight drag, a little bit of drag, but that's a big hook, and I want to make sure I get that hook set in them real good. And by using that bigger hook, you're going to get almost all of your hook sets. So 5/0 fix this 5/0 Gamakatsu EWG, little heavier wire hook, fits this 5-inch caffeine shad perfectly. Baby bass color is what I use today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm having fun fishing out here. I'll be getting back out to Nassau. Don't worry, that's still my home lake. But I'm having a lot of fun catching these largemouth bass. I'm not caught anything big yet. Hey, I'm just going to keep fishing till I run across one. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you all. Talk to you next time.